Elemental mercury has been widely used in commercial products. Knowing what mercury-containing products and devices are in your school and where they are located can be an important part of mercury spill prevention.
The Mercury Audit and Follow-up Checklist provides simple instructions to guide you as you conduct your audit and inventory your school's mercury sources. When you do your audit, it's a good idea to also use a school map to make notes and mark the locations of sources of mercury. You might want to label some sources of mercury with tags that say "Danger, do not touch," and consider replacing and disposing of them. Keep your checklist and school map showing source locations in your mercury spill kit. It is also important to know that elemental mercury can be found at home in many of these same products and devices. Quite often, mercury spills at school are the result of students bringing mercury from home to show friends and to play with.
Now that you have completed your mercury audit and know where all the sources of mercury are in your school, let's talk about replacing mercury-containing items with mercury-free or mercury-reduced alternative products and equipment. We'll also explore how to safely dispose of mercury-containing products and how to securely and safely store mercury-containing items that remain at your school.
Make your school safer by making simple changes. For example, replace mercury-containing thermometers and blood pressure meters with digital and other mercury-free devices. Here are a few examples of mercury-free switches and gauges that can replace older mercury-containing ones in your school's heating and cooling, engineering, and utility areas. And while there are no mercury-free replacements for fluorescent light bulbs, your school can invest in newer, more energy-efficient ones that contain less mercury than older models. Consider switching to LED lighting, which is mercury-free and even more energy efficient than fluorescent light bulbs. Okay, you may ask, but can we replace elemental mercury that we use in our science classes? Good question. In fact, you may not have to use elemental mercury in your science laboratories. You can use other materials in place of mercury in some experiments. When you remove and/or replace mercury-containing products in your school with mercury-free or mercury-reduced ones, be sure to dispose of the mercury-containing items properly. There are many state and local programs for recycling or disposing of items that contain mercury. Remember, because of mercury's dangers, specific steps must be followed to ensure safe disposal. Otherwise, you risk doing more harm than good.
To keep your school safe, develop a policy and guidelines to manage mercury and mercury-containing items.
Your school's Mercury policy should establish protocols on how you will conduct many of the activities discussed in this video: taking an inventory, using alternatives, preparing a spill kit, and disposing of mercury. This will help ensure that your school is protected and well prepared if a spill were ever to happen. Raising awareness and training staff about mercury should be part of the policy. The commitment to make and keep your school mercury-free is a major driver to the success of school mercury policy. Use your school's website, Facebook, and Twitter to get the word out and let everyone know what they can do to support the effort.
The school district provides mercury spill training for all custodial staff as part of their mandatory training, and each school is supplied with mercury amalgam. Reminders about the mercury spill procedures are published in the custodial newsletter. Preparing a plan to respond to a mercury spill and working with your staff is so important in the event you have a spill. As a district, most elemental mercury has been removed except for some mercury switches on old building equipment. That was not enough to prevent a spill from happening. Being prepared helped minimize the consequences of this incident.